Okay, welcome back everyone to Amnesia The Dark Descent. This is episode 2 of our series so far. Episode 1, it was pretty good, I'd say. It's been pretty good so far. We left off at the chemistry part, I believe. So we'll continue off there. I grabbed something from down there, I think. Vent the fumes from my most recent experiment has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can to move them to the wine cellar. Oil. Oh man. Oops. Slight headache. That was good. Okay. Do I like need to grab this down here or stuff? What button was it? This one? Mementos. From laboratory to the wine cellar. Binding fork, most power flasks. Okay, so we need to go to the wine cellar, wherever that's at. Probably out here, I'm guessing. Wasn't there 2 doors down there? Was there 2 doors? No, I don't think so. That's the laboratory. Okay. I'm guessing this is the wine cellar? It sure is. We need a key. There's a place up here. I'm gonna assume we have to go up here. Not surprising it's boarded up. this is. The other children cheered him on. His new voice and steadily raising pace urged him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought and struck his victim with a rock. Okay. No clue what this archives place is. I need to find a key or something.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
That's interesting. Try this door out. Black. Another paper. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brandenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm House of Garrett. Interesting. Box. I'll take that. Awesome. It's like something slight headache. Looks so weird. I'm like pulsating. Yeet. Picture. Next, I guess. No clue what that sound was. And I do not like that sound. Another letter.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside.
Ooh, that's
I was
rough
trapped.
Right there. You got trapped in this place. That's not good. Open your eyes. Finding a whole bunch of these things. Whoa, it's like right. Okay, this room's next, I guess. House. Hallway. Oh. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have broke that. Old tools. Oil. It is pounding my feet. Okay. This must have been. I did not like that. What door? What door? What door do we go to? We'll go this one. Farther away. What is that sound? I hear it every now and then. I do not like it. Oh, I'll take that. Good at all. Dot, dot, dot. It's definitely not good.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
There's a weird light in his cave, wherever he's trapped. The building, the underground passage. Wait, I can move. I'm moving towards
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
It's an interesting story. How's my sanity doing? Back to this pattern. Check these for tinder boxes and everything. There we go. Use one, get one. Should I stay for my sanity or should I go Russia? Let's go up here, I guess. It's a little brighter.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
That was a pretty quick decision. Just like boom, here. So, what do I do now? Box. Oh, tinder boxes. Oh, nice. Nothing on there. Better check the keys over here. So what am I even supposed to be doing? I do not know. Oh, the exit got collapsed on me. Fragile but not breakable by hand. I think I just broke that by my hand.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops,
What's going on?
you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Interesting. So, there's some oil. Straight. Door. It's locked. Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is outstate. I'll just go with that. Deep within the East Prussian woods for centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighborhood, Castle of Brandenburg. A quiet forest-clad mountain stretched with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be. Albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. Old travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twist on the tales, but there are some motifs that are reappearing. Holy cow, that is a lot. I guess I'll read it. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold dark woods and they were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies wrought by their tainted souls have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as a horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition, stealing living creatures as their prey, which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks begged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? Okay, a visit undone. Heinrichs Cornelius Agrippa. The well-known erudite visited Alstate at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he was mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Alstate, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited a sleeping hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brandenburg lives an reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby, and like most of the noble birth rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals a little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one insane who came from the west over 300 years ago, living through the time of occupation and joining the coveted Order of the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of his country. Ooh, that's quite a lot. So, okay. I gotta find something else. Have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye in the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Redford. And you lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whoever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. Your descent solve both the problems. Well, I got the key, everyone, so I guess this will be the end of the episode today. I'm running out of time to record this video. So that'll be the end for today. Have a great day and goodbye.